All right, y'all. We are live on this beautiful Thursday. And as you guys can see, the Bitcoin price is once again about to do the unthinkable, the unimaginable. It's going to be spicier than a box of jalapenos. The Bitcoin price is about to pump, baby. It's going to be absolutely shocking. And I'm excited. I'm getting a little giddy. Giddier than Justin Trudeau. Because the Bitcoin price, as you can see, guys, is absolutely pumping. And yesterday, if you were watching the dang stream, man, we were almost going to close out the long trade. Oh my goodness. Shout out to everybody in the chat who kept me in the dang long. You guys are the absolute best. Shout out to everybody in the chat. May God bless you all. In the name of Jesus, Yeshua the Messiah. Even if you're not religious, I still pray you guys are super blessed. It's a beautiful day. It's a wonderful day. It's a great day to be trading the Bitcoin, guys. Look at this Bitcoin price. As we approach the Fibonacci golden pocket retracement from the most recent high that we put in at about 28,141 to the most recent low that we put in at 24,866. Now, as you guys can see, I'm still in the long trade here from about 24,937. This is the long trade we gave in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, guys. From the level of 24,925, if we got a bull div on the 1 hour, the 24 minute, the 12 minute, the 6 minute. And if we take a look at the Bitcoin chart, well, you can see that we got all those confirmations at the level, right? This is the level 24,925. We came down to this area. We had bullish divergences across all of these time frames, guys. On the 1 hour, look at this. Bam! All right, money flow as well. Getting higher on the 1 hour, giving us the bullish Sam Bankman-Fried man-boob pattern. Money flow getting higher over time. Man-boobs getting higher over time. Sam Bankman-Fried, he only does decline. One arm decline chest press is only on the left side. All right, he likes the aesthetic, right? And as you can see, we've gotten a move to the upside. Now, we've had a slow grind up here. Okay. Now, I have to be honest with you guys. I am still holding out on these higher targets. I'm still holding out on some higher targets here. As we went over yesterday, I am kind of looking at the potential of a squeeze to retest the $29,000 to $30,000 area. Okay, I'm expecting. I shouldn't say I'm expecting, but I'm hoping for, and I think it's possible to get another 10% move to the upside here. Why? Well, it's part of the Grandmaster Plan. All right? What is the Grandmaster Plan, you may ask? This is the Grandmaster Plan. The Grandmaster Plan is that we are breaking down from this massive, giant falling wedge pattern with a potential target below 18,000, potentially. But because we have officially changed market structure, we're getting our high right here. Now we're getting our first lower low. We're going to come back in for our next lower high, and then we're going to put in a lower low. And so I am longing the retracement after taking the short trade from the exact top, the level that was given in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, 31,756, around that area. So that's the Grandmaster Plan, guys. This is the Grandmaster Piano Plan. And as I said, it's spicier than a box of jalapenos. It's crazier than a wild woman with a laundry basket on her head running through the wilderness in distress looking like Janet Yellen. Once again, people don't know this about Janet Yellen, but she has a nice trim midsection, but an old, fat, flabby face. Very strange combination. But you guys know how it is, you know? You got strange combinations with Janet Yellen. You got strange combinations with Sam Bankman-Fried's breasts. And here we go once again as the Bitcoin price is attempting at these new highs, okay? So let's see what happens here, guys. When we take a look at the chart, we see a few very, very, very important things. First of all, the 1 hour time frame right now has no bearish divergence. Money flow is getting absolutely thicker than a White Castle vanilla milkshake. Super thick. You need a spoon to eat this money flow, right? Look at this, right? It's getting nice and thick. The VWAP continues to make higher highs. And when we look at the 4 hour as well, we are seeing this nice shape. The wave is looking like it wants to give us another push toward the upside here. The money flow curving on up. Curving up. Back on my feet. Check the time. Did the dishes. And so we have a few areas of resistance above us. Resistance number 1, obviously the golden pocket. Resistance number 2 is obviously this area, this daily. And then we have a liquidity grab of these highs. But really, when we look at this, I would say, because we had such a smooth move down, we could have equally a smooth move back up. And I mean, what makes the most sense here is a retest of the trend line and the 786, the value area high of this massive range, right? If this really is, if the Grandmaster plan is absolutely going to play out, right? If we're actually going to enter into this downtrend here, right? If my hypothesis is correct, the most logical place to come back up to is going to be here. Why? Because this is a massive support resistance flip. It was resistance back in March. It was support back in Augusto. And so if this is going to continue down, we look for the support resistance flip, the trend line, the intersectionality, right? I know all about intersectionality. As many of you know, when I was in college, I majored in trans non-binary carbon emission studies, and I learned all about intersectionality, which is actually what got me into trading, right? Because you want to find those confluences where the lines intersect, right? Lots of intersectionality going on. Now, shout out to everybody in the chat. We got about 500 people in here. Absolutely insane. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely amazing. I love all of you guys. And once again, if we can get 1,000 likes on the stream, we will be giving away 1,000 USDT. It's been burning a hole in my dang pocket. Been trying to give it away. No bots, guys. No bots. We got to call your mom, call your dad, call everybody, tell them to come like the video. Why are all the American politicians so creepy? I think all Western politicians are creepy, you know? But, all right. So, Bitcoin, and here's something else that we need to acknowledge right now about this Bitcoin chart. It looks bullish, but here's what I don't like. Here's what I really don't like. This. All of this looks very just begging, actually. Begging to get taken out. And here's why. When you see market structure like this, all right, where it's very sloppy, right? You could call this an uptrend, right? Low, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low, higher, high. But it's not very clearly defined, right? So when you see market structure that's not clearly defined, what that means is there's liquidity here that can be grabbed. In other words, people put their stop losses below each high or low as they're FOMOing long at the top, high leverage. And what that can do is if we start to get, let's say we get some kind of reaction here at this golden pocket, and then we get a move down, it will trigger a cascade of stop losses where we could very easily make our way back down. Okay? It's been a slow, painful grind up for the past few days, right? What day is today? Thursday? For the past 2 days, it's been a slow and painful grind up. And slow, painful grinds can lead to fast, smooth moves. Okay? Fast, smooth moves. For example, have you guys ever tried to go to Go to like one of those food trucks where they give you a prize if you eat a certain number of fat sandwiches within a period of time. You have like 3 hours to eat like 7 sandwiches and you get them all free. It's a slow, painful grind eating those 7 sandwiches with all the mozzarella sticks and the chicken fingers and the cheese and the carbs and the gluten. But if you do it, right, it's a very smooth move down when it comes out, if you know what I'm saying, right? The gallbladder can't handle, all right, all the saturated fats, and it just flushes it right out of the system, cascading the stop losses. Right? Your body has different systems in place to keep things moving at a consistent speed. It'll just bypass those and it just comes out, all ends very quickly. So that's what could happen here. Now, we have to be aware that this slow, painful grind is coming up right now too. None other than a high volume node, a 786, a golden pocket. We are coming up to a local area of resistance here, right around that $27,000 level. Okay, $27,000 level. So I am being very cautious here because although I'm still bullish, although the Grandmaster plan is still in effect, although I'm still long from 24,937, looking for a $29,000 Bitcoin for my next take profit, although I'm 500% in profits, baby, toddler, kid, teenager, and adult, and grandmother. I'm telling all ages here, there's still a chance that we could see the Fat Sandwich Challenge, bam. Okay, so just be aware. Now, if we get the Fat Sandwich Challenge, bam, look at this. Okay, let's say we reject from 27,000 and we get a fast move down. Notice something. We have a very nice area of support right around here, right? The golden pocket, the value area, low of the range, support resistance flip. This area has been support now, going all the way back to Friday, the 18th of August. So if we do reject from here, there is still a chance that these bullish things do play out, but not without wrecking some of the people who longed all in this area, taking the Fat Sandwich Challenge. All right. So I am aware of the fact that we might get a rejection from here, come down, and then get our real move to the upside. And the reason why I maintain a bullish bias, even if we were to give back all the gains that we got for the past few days, right? Let's say we get a 5% drop, right? Why would I maintain a bullish bias? Because on the 4-hour time frame, all right, on that 4-hour time frame right now, we are seeing very bullish signs, okay? Trading is all about if-then scenarios, right? Hypotheses, right? We're like scientists up in here, right? We're like scientists. You know what I'm saying? We establish facts and then build upon those facts, right? So the fact of the matter is that when we made this bottom right here, we did so with the 4-hour Sam Bankman-Fried bullish man boot pattern. More times than not, when you get the 4-hour SBF man boot pattern, if you get a retracement, you will find support at the area between the golden pocket and the 786. More times than not, once that SBF man boot pattern has confirmed, which it did confirm right back here, okay, on Monday, September 11th, it's more probable than not that the next dip we get will be a higher low, and we can expect a bounce from there, okay? And it's not just it's not just an arbitrary level, right? We take this box and we drag it back, and we can see that this box has been our support 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. So there's a lot of intersectionality there, and you guys know I'm an intersectionalityologist, trans non-binary carbon emission studyologist, good friends with Tedros from the WHO. From the WHO. Let's see. The WHO. Here's my friend Tedros right here. What a cool guy. All right. So we're pumping. Shout out to everybody in the chat, by the way. You guys are the best. Wow, we got 600 people in here, 300 likes. We are well on our way to doing a $1,000 giveaway. And guys, I am so excited to do this $1,000 giveaway, okay? I was debating between whether or not fixing my teeth or doing the $1,000 giveaway. I went with the giveaway, all right? So that's the deal with Bitcoin. Now, I want to take a look also. Again, if you think this video is spicier than a box of jalapenos, guys, make sure to hit the like button. Let's take a look at the order flow quickly, and then we'll take a look at the dollar, the Dixie. All right, so what do we have here? We had Bitcoin basically come up. We saw a lot of shorts liquidated at this first high. We saw a little bearish CVD divergence here. It gave us basically nothing really, right? Nothing really. And right now, what are we seeing? Nothing really to write home about, guys. Nothing to write home about. We're just kind of chilling out around here. We did get a local CDW. Actually, we got a little local CDW right here. Right? Bam. Right, we took that high. And we are actually, oh man, now we're coming back to the local fib, right? But overall, we've been getting CDWs all day. All day we've been getting CDWs, and they haven't really amounted to much, guys. They have not really amounted to much. Okay. But I do think one of these times, man, we could really get that big flush. Now let's check out the dollar, because the dollar is also making me a bit nervous here. The dollar is breaking out of this symmetrical triangle pattern here, right? We had the fake out, we came back up, and now we're bouncing from the fib, the local Fibonacci golden pocket for the past 3 days. The dollar's been pumping, and if the dollar keeps pumping, that's not so good for Bitcoin, right? That's not so good for Bitcoin. I want you to notice something else that's quite interesting about the dollar. July, the end of July, is when the dollar found the bottom, right? Bitcoin found the top. Let's see, where did Bitcoin find the top? The end of July, right? Very inversely correlated. Very inversely correlated. So if we're going to see this dollar keep pumping, it's very, very possible that we see our Grandmaster plan pay out, where Bitcoin keeps on dumping, all right? And I do believe, as I have said many times in the past on this channel and off this channel, around the dinner table, talking to my kids, they don't know what I'm talking about. My daughter asked me about the purple and blue candles, and I tell her, daughter, let me tell you a thing or two about the purple and blue, all right? I do believe that we are being set up for a juicy Bitcoin pump in the next few years, because the dollar is about to print the pattern that it has printed before every single massive Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, bull market, spicy jalapeno, wild, Elizabeth Warren eyebrow, creepy pattern bull market. Okay? Which is this. Whenever Bitcoin bottoms out, right? Bitcoin bottomed out right here. Bitcoin bottomed out right about here. And I also believe that Bitcoin bottomed out right about here, right when FTX went down. The dollar always then puts in one last hurrah. Bitcoin gets a relief rally in the bear market as the dollar collapses, right? When I say collapse, I mean gets a little bit moved down. Then the dollar puts in one last big hurrah, and Bitcoin gets a retracement. Right around the time of the halving, the dollar prints one last bearish divergence on the weekly time frame. One last pump on the dollar, one last bearish divergence. This white line is the halving, and then boom, 2016, this is the beginning of the bull market. Bam! Right? And then look, at the same exact thing happens, right? Bitcoin bottoms out, Bitcoin crashes, 2018, the dollar reaches its bottom, Bitcoin starts the bear market, the dollar starts to rally. Bitcoin bottoms out around here, and then look at this, bam! The dollar gets one last hurrah. This is actually the March 2020 dump before the big bull market began. We're seeing the same pattern start to form. Bitcoin bottomed out here. Bitcoin gets a relief rally. Now Bitcoin's getting some resistance, and we're leading up into that halving, which happens right around April 9th, 2024. Sam Price, Crypto Lifer's birthday. April 9th. Also, my future child will be born on April 9th. The Bitcoin halving happening on my future child's birthday. I kid you not. All right? And we're seeing the dollar being set up for another last hurrah, bearish divergence. Boom. Right? So I think we need to keep our eyes on the old Dixaroni and cheese and queso. If this thing keeps pumping, all right, we may very well see the Bitcoin continue to the downside, more on the macro. All right. Dang, man. Look at this. Look at this rejection. Right from the 618. Right? Let's take a look also at the ES. Did the ES get that CDW? No. Alright guys, I am looking at the ES to come up to 45, 60, and 75 cents for a potential short. If the ES gets that move up into here, Bitcoin may also get its move up into the next area of resistance, which is that Fibonacci golden pocket. We may see a perfect storm for a little rejection happening up here. One last big pump. Bam! Ooh! Bam! Ooh! Ah! Ooh! Ah! You know? So let's wait and see how this happens. Let's wait and see. We want to see bearish divergences forming on the chart here. Let's see what happens here. We're watching, we're waiting, we're keeping our eyes peeled like a banana. We're keeping our eyes peeled like a banana as Bitcoin is just not doing much. The 1 second chart, getting a little pump on the 1 second. Look at these blue candles starting to pump. Man, we got about 700 people in here. We only have about 300 likes. If everybody likes the stream right now, we're only 300 likes away from a 1,000 USDT giveaway. Shout out to everybody in the chat. You should name your child so that he/she has initials BTC. It says potential last small shoulder pump. Shout out to Shogun Crypto. Shout out to Ill Hero. Bro, you almost at 100k subs. I know. That's crazy. Wow, shout out to Sam XBT, is also born on April 9th. Shout out to Lifer Adam. Love from the Lifers. Great interview. Congrats on the new kid. Thank you. It's always a pleasure to be on Sam's channel. I honestly, I really like Sam a lot. I'm not just saying that to be cordial on the internet. I actually really like him a lot. One of my favorite YouTube personalities. Shout out to Carlos Alejandre. He says, BLZ, please, baby. Wow! Look at this pump. Would you believe this crazy pump right now, guys? What a time to be long and strong. It doesn't look that good on the 1 hour. On the 1 second, though. Man. Look, we just gapped up. Oh, my goodness. We are pumping. Oh, dang. Look at this. Man, thank you to everybody. I'm up $1,000 because of you guys. Keeping me from FOMOing out of my long yesterday. All right, ES is pumping, guys. We're watching the ES. We're watching the dollar. We're watching the ES. We're watching the dollar. NASDAQ also popping through some levels. Let's see this. Shout out to Carlos Alejandro for the super chat. BLZ. We'll have to keep that on the back burner for now, my friend. Because, wow, look at this. The NASDAQ is taking the highs. NASDAQ has just taken the highs with some bearish divergences. Look at that. Interesting. I wonder if NASDAQ's going to get a little bit of a move down here. We've got some better levels of resistance above us as well. Honestly, in a perfect world, I would like to see Bitcoin, the S&P 500, and the NASDAQ all a little bit higher for a potential rejection. But we'll have to wait and see. Right, we'll have to wait and see. We will have to wait and see. Oh, no. Oh, no. We're dumping back down, guys. On the 1 second chart. We're going to check the order flow real quick here also. Alright, let's see what's going on. Alright, okay. Alright, let's take a look at, we'll take a look at BLZ. Okay, alright, here's something else, guys. VWAP. VWAP, baby. Let's keep VWAP in mind on Bitcoin, because VWAP could actually make a nice little potential long right now. Let's just mark out the VWAP quickly here. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put on the VWAP. Look at this. Look at this. Alright. Oh, man. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, baby. You guys seeing what I'm seeing? Let's check this out. You guys picking up what I'm putting down? Oh! Oh! Potential long scalp. Right around this area, guys. Bam, bam. Right? A little bam, bam going on. Alright, let's set an alert so that we can keep our eyes on the bam bam when she comes to it. Alright, now we'll keep this on our chart here. We've got a nice juicy level of confluence right up in here. Bam, boom. Alright, so what are we looking at right now? We're going to take a look at BLZ. Alright, BLZ, okay. What is a BLZ anyway? It's a crypto coin called Blaze. All right, for the super chat, we will take a look at Blaze, BLZ. Okay, all right. Well, my first thoughts are this is a bullish looking chart. Here's why it's bullish. It's because we have printed a bullish divergence on the weekly, the Sam Bankman-Fried man-boob pattern, money flow getting higher, momentum waves getting higher, green nipples getting higher, and we have officially, taken this high, right? We have taken this high, which means, in my opinion, we could look for a retest into maybe the Fibonacci golden pocket. And let's go ahead and... Oh yeah, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So here's what I would be looking at on BLZ. I'd be looking for a move back down. I never buy the top, right? I never buy after a pump. We gotta wait for a pullback. And where's the intersectionality at, right? Where's the intersectionality? Let's consult our intersectionality-ologist over here. It's right here at the golden pocket, the point of control, the value area low in the 786. So I would look for a long on this if we came back to test that area with bullish divergences like this. Yep. And I would want to see those bullish divergences on our 4-hour, So this is looking nice. We would want to see the 4-hour basically giving us this kind of thing here as the price comes down to the box. And that, to me, is a valid place to look for an entry because it's a retest, support, resistance flip, golden pocket, point of control, whole bunch of good stuff down there. That's what I would be looking at. That's going to be coming in at around... Hang on. That's going to be coming in at around 7-ish cents. 7, 8 cents. Around 7 or 8 cents. Alright, that's what I would be looking at for BLZ. Alright, Bitcoin getting a drop. Dang it. Dang it, Bitcoin dropping when we're trying to pump the Bitcoin live. Alright, shout out to my man, Kale Engg. Hey, Jason, what would you say your win-loss percentages since your entries are so precise using high leverage? I don't know, I'll be honest with you. I stopped keeping track. But, I take losses, right? I take losses. You guys have seen me take losses. If you're in the Discord, you know I take losses. But, I don't know. I stopped keeping track of it. I'll be totally honest with you. And I don't recommend not keeping track. Everyone should always keep track. That's what I'm supposed to say. That's what I'm supposed to say. You're supposed to journal and keep track of all your trades. That's the proper way. That's the proper way. Shout out to No101. Everyone watching, like the video. Shout out to Quicker. Shout out to Thingbook. Shout out to Niliandra Kumara. Nilianta. Shout out to Vitor Auchi. Shout out to Splashfire Films. Shout out to J Money. Shout out to my man, Pear Brews Gathio Inc. Cyber 4 Hour. Shout out to you for the super chat. Shout out to Divine Hood. VWAP is also a perfect confluence with a bullish retest of a pitchfork midline, he says. That's legit. Okay, so the VWAP, guys. The VWAP on Bitcoin. Right now, I'm interested in this area for a potential bounce for a one last hurrah up to our next area of resistance. All right, that's what we're looking at here. Let's see if we can come down here, get a little move like this. See Market Cypher B giving us a little, you know, a little uneven butt cheek action, a little SBF booby action going on. Then, yeah, y'all could make a nice one. Could be some Bitcoin to harvest. And also shout out to Dave Digital. I can click my scroll button to delete items on the chart. I didn't know that, but I don't have a scroll button. I'm on a Mac. All right, let's take a look at Cyber. Let's take a look at Cyber real quick. I don't know anything about Cyber either. All right, let's look at it on the 4 hour. We want to look at Cyber on the 4 hour. So look, it's hard for me to say. We're bouncing from support. We have a trigger wave. We have multiple bottoms. For me, I don't like the look of this because I prefer the divergence as my bottom signal. Right now, I don't know. Just based on this 4 hour, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't have a bottom signal on the 4 hour here. I definitely have, it's definitely not bearish. It definitely looks very bullish. But for me, I like to time bottoms with a divergence. And I don't see it here. So according to my style, you know, you could say, look, we've bottomed out This, you could say this is the divergence here, right? This could be the div, and then this is the retest. If this is the retest, you could, I mean, if you're using good risk management, you could say, okay, if this really is a bullish retest, right? Again, you have to have a hypothesis. You say, if this is a bullish retest, and we're bouncing from the 786, you could say, all right, I have myself a position here with a 5-to-1 risk-reward ratio. Invalidation would be below the last low, and target would be value area high of the range, because we've come down to bounce from the high volume node, getting a retest from the local 786. This is valid, but it's not something I would personally take. Just being honest. Alright, how's Bitcoin doing? She's still getting a little dumperoni. Let's check out the order flow once again. Wow, we got shorts opening, guys. We got some shorts opening up here. Just a few. Man, we have not had much action this whole day. Okay. Alright. So, Cyber, Bitcoin, we're waiting for a move down. Potential move down to the VWAP. We have not touched VWAP since earlier today. So, VWAP could make a nice long once again. Nice confluence is down at the VWAP. Let's wait and see how this price action plays out. Can we look at Ethereum? Alex Jones is live right now. Going off. Good old Alex Jones, good old AJ. The OG. Whatever you think about Alex Jones, he's the OG. CryptoFace says Head and Shoulders play out on momentum waves. They absolutely do. They absolutely do. Play out. Momentum wave Head and Shoulders is absolutely do play out. Alright, shout out to all 700 people in here. Guys, if everybody likes the video right now, we will be 300 likes away from giving away $1,000. If everybody shares this stream right now on MySpace and Zanga and Twitter and all your social media networks, X, Y, Z, Elon Musk, Neuralink network, and tell all your friends, your mom's friends from work to come like the stream, we might be able to give away $1,000. That would be absolutely insane. Shout out to Thor. Shout out to Crypto Coons. Shout out to J-Boy Bullish. What's going on, Thor? Can we play the pump song again? We will play the pump song if we're about to pump, right? I don't know if we're going to pump or not. Come on, Bitcoin. Come on, Bitcoin. Let's see. If we can get another pump, we will be playing the pump song. But right now, in this little structure, I just don't know. I'd say this is such a strange. This is like walking the tightrope here, guys. We got the symmetrical the ascending triangle, which really means, in my opinion, we're being set up for something like this, right? The pump, dump, pump. We're being set up for the pump, dump, and pump. The pump, dump, pump combo. Spicier than a box of jalapenos, baby. Like a wild woman running through the wilderness in distress with a laundry basket on her head, looking just like Janet Yellen. You know, if anybody's having trouble budgeting, reach out to Janet Yellen. She will help. She knows how to balance a budget. She knows how to have no money and yet still have plenty of money to spend. She's real good at that, so reach out to her. The NQ got the CDW, guys. NASDAQ got the local CDW, getting another pump. ES on its way to also another area of resistance. The ES, guys, I'm watching for a rejection from here. Bitcoin, also, you know, I'm waiting for another little move up. right into the golden pocket area. The 618 Fibonacci. You guys know all about the 618 Fibonacci. The 618 Fibonacci. My high school crush, 6 Juanita. Every single time I have asked her out on a date, she gives me the hand, she gives me the face, the rejection. Oof! Painful. Look at the rejection. All the way down. Okay? Now, of course, we have to understand the main reason why she always rejected me is not necessarily because she wasn't into me, right? Yeah, I was a loser, lacked confidence, low self-esteem, overweight, neck beard, smelly armpits, acne, metalhead guy, right? But here's the thing. The main reason she rejected me is because her friends were watching, and she was a popular cheerleader, and she had other popular cheerleader friends. And when I asked her out, her popular cheerleader friend was watching. Now, her friend, all right, had an abnormality in her gluteus maximi. Okay? So we need to be watching Market Cipher B to see abnormalities in the glutes. Because here's the thing. If we are seeing, as we pump up to here, the momentum getting lower, the money flow getting lower, we very well may get a little rejection like this. Also on Bitcoin, we need to be watching for our high school crush, 6 Juanita. Because look at this. We are kind of seeing these multiple gluteus maximi getting lower and lower. Alright? Now, from this time, I've never actually had a girlfriend ever in my life. I've never felt the touch of a woman ever. Okay? This is actually what led me down the road of pursuing my my degree in, wait a second, here we go. My degree in trans non-carbon binary emission studies and changing my style a little bit. But here's the thing. Believe it or not, guys, and a lot of people don't believe this, but because I've never been able to have a girlfriend, well, I'll save that story for another time, alright? I don't know if I'm ready to personally expose that information. So here we go. Bitcoin back on the rise. Bouncing from the bottom of this ascending triangular pattern here. So Coons is still waiting for 6 Juanita's number. Bro, like, here's the thing. She gives me her fake number every time. So I call and it's not her, right? Am I still gonna keep doing homestead videos? Yeah, I'm gonna be doing YouTube short homestead videos. YouTube short homestead videos. So check it out. Check it out. Check out the Jason Casper YouTube channel. Go to shorts. Look at this. Watermelons, potatoes. You know? I'm gonna start doing some homesteading shorts. Man, this was a crazy video. Right here. These are some crazy shorts, guys. Man. These are some crazy shorts. This is when I was slaughtering some chickens, guys, to put in the freezer. Yeah. Everyone should grow potatoes. I recommend everybody grow potatoes. Alright. Come on, Bitcoin. Come on, do something. I know New York's on lunch, so in the afternoon we're gonna get the move. Okay, we had some shorts open up at the low. Less than 1 million shorts open up. Volume is tapered down to nothing here, guys. We need to wait for something to happen. Let's wait for a move down to VWAP. Let's wait for a move down to 26,460 to potentially find a bounce. Or let's wait for a move up to around 26.9, 27K. Around that area, 2,700, 27,000 for a potential rejection. Alright. Shout out to Thor, he also loves potatoes. Shout out to Josh. Deer got my watermelon, so I got the deer in the deep freeze. You know, that's the way to do it, honestly. And deer, venison, some good meat. Am I balding? Let's see. What do you guys think? Am I balding? Let me know. I'm always self-conscious about it. My wife says you're not balding. What do you guys think? Am I balding? Let me know. Let me know. Why am I exercising every time I go? Because I decided to walk while I stream and trade, because then you don't have to like do any cardio in life, right? You can just go about your life normally, like a lazy bum, and you don't have to worry about it. Under the armpit. Yes, I'm balding in the armpits, guys. You know the story, okay? You know the story about the bald pits. All right, Bitcoin, unfortunately, guys, is dumping here, and it's unfortunate. It is unfortunate. I'll tell you guys why it's unfortunate, okay? Before I went live, I actually took a short from here, took a profit one, stopped out at my entry, which just so happened to be the golden pocket, and now we're dumping again, and I'm out of the short, so that's why it's a little unfortunate. But, oh, okay, here we come down to the VWAP, guys. Let's see what happens here. Honestly, that VWAP is really going to be a make it or break it zone. We have just put in the first, this is actually the first official little change right here in market structure that we've seen today. We've actually just taken this low, right? We've just taken that low. So let's see what happens here. This is finally starting to get juicy. All right, we're finally starting to get some volatility. So let's see what happens here, guys. Let's see if we can't do something like this. Right? Let's see what happens here. Now, we do have to be cautious because honestly, like I said, we could get a big dumperoni. We could get a big dumperoni downward. Dang, man. Really, this is how it ends, huh? This is how it ends for Bitcoin, huh? Let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens here. We want to be watching this. We got to be watching this, guys. Let's see what happens at that VWAP. We're going to see a lot of shorts potentially trapped under VWAP there. Let's see what happens. Okay, a lot of longs wrecked on that move. We saw a lot of longs wrecked. Like I said, this could really just cause a cascade of longs. We have a lot of longs, guys, that opened up right in here and are still open. All right? We have a lot of longs opened here are still open. So think about it. If we stop all these guys out, we will bounce from the VWAP. Longs liquidated into the VWAP. Right? We could see all these guys that opened up here. Look at this. In these three candles. We literally are seeing, wow, like 12, 14 million longs that long these three candles, which will probably be stopped out and liquidated if we get a drop down into the VWAP there. So let's see how this plays out. I have to say the 5-minute time frame is not looking very bullish. Right? It's not looking very bullish. So let's check out our 12-minute here. Oof. Ooh, I didn't even notice that 12-minute bearish div as well. We might end up seeing something like this, guys, as we're watching the price action unfold. I'd say, yeah, this green box, the two major areas that I'm super interested in are these. We might see something like this. We might also see something like this. Liquidate all those longs. Come up here. Liquidate all the shorts. And then get our move down with another drive of bear div on the 12. Right? We'll have to wait and see. We gotta wait and see. Like, that's the thing. We have to be prepared. We have to know what we want to see in advance. You know? In advance. Got ants in the pants. In advance. We don't have a dump song, actually, unfortunately. We don't have a dump song. Music sounds like an 80s soundtrack. It is an 80s soundtrack. Yeah, J-Boy, you took that short too, right? And stopped out, right? Yep. I TP'd as well. It was a good TP, I'm not gonna lie. But, bummer, right? I didn't re-enter because I wasn't paying attention here. I don't know if I would have re-entered anyway. But, yeah. Again, we have a lot of longs who longed all in this area here. So if we liquidate them, we could get that little retrace. They're still open, those longs. They longed the top. That's a dangerous place to be. It's a dangerous place to long the top. Let's go back. Let's watch the VWAP here. Value area low, golden pocket, Fibonacci. Yeah, it's crazy, guys. I'll be honest with you. Right? I'll be honest with you. I've been keeping track of my steps. Okay? I've walked right now almost 20,000 steps just by trading and watching charts. I've walked almost 20,000 steps. And the thing is, I'd be doing this whether or not I was walking. So if you're the kind of guy that wants a life hack to basically feel great all the time, because when you're walking, you feel great. You feel good, energized. And you also want to stay fit. You want to eat whatever the heck you want to eat, whenever you want to eat it, and not worry about love handles. Still be kind of jacked and shredded. Walking desk, baby. Walking desk, I'm telling you. Are they trying to long the breakout? Maybe. So, yeah, probably. Look. We got a pump, and like during the pump and after the pump, you had 3 candles in a row. This is a 5-minute chart. You had 6 million longs open here, you had 6 million longs open here, and 2 million longs open here. In fact, we can zoom in and see that literally 3 million longs opened up exactly at the price of 26,700. And yeah, they're trying to long the top. I don't know why, but here's the thing: we know that they're still open. Because this blue stuff here, right? Let's turn off all this other stuff. This blue stuff here, this is showing you the longs opening up, right? So when you see these blue candles getting higher here, this is telling you longs are opening. If these blue candles turn gray and come back down, like for example, right here, we saw 7 million longs open, and then we saw 7 million longs close, right? So everyone who longed here, we know, is out, right? But right here, we have yet to see those longs close out. If we see a big gray candle come down, that means all these guys are out, right? And if we see big purple bubbles, like we saw these big blue bubbles up here, this is telling us shorts are getting liquidated. So if we see big purple bubbles down below into the VWAP, that means longs are liquidated, which means we're likely to get a bounce from the VWAP. Also, because we haven't touched VWAP all day, and because we have a lot of liquidity built up below these lows, which we can see all the longs literally opened up, right? It means it's a good level to keep our eyes on. Okay? Now, it's all relative, right? When you zoom in, it looks like a whole bunch of longs closing, but when you zoom out, they're still open. You can see. Let's refresh this screen. Dang. All right. Divine Hood says, we pump to the top VWAP band on both the 15 and hourly. That usually calls the top of these pumps, and we drop to the mid band to recalibrate. Well, Divine Hood says there's a good chance that we've topped out here. Send it to me in Discord, bro. I'll show everybody. Send it to me in Discord. I'll show everybody. Do we short here? Somebody asked. I mean, here's the thing. There were some short setups already had, right? So for example, this to me was a short right here. With this candle was a short, in my opinion, which I did take, but then I was stopped out at my entry. Unfortunately, because I put the stop loss at my entry TP1. Because let's be honest, shorting this whole thing, if you're not taking profits quick, you're getting wrecked. So you got to take profit quick and stop loss the entry. Get defensive with it. The second short entry would have been at this retest, right? Now, we might dump from here for certain. But in my mind, I don't have actually an actual entry trigger right here. I don't have an entry. My style of trading, if I'm looking for a short, I need an actual entry point. So if we get another move up, maybe to the golden pocket again, or if we come down to the VWAP and get a bounce, that might give us an opportunity to get into a short. Let's check out Divine Hood's picture. He tagged me. All right, let's see here. All right. So he's saying that when we get to the top of these VWAP bands on the hourly and the 15-minute, it really marks the top, and then we come back down to recalibrate. And the recalibration, am I right, Divine Hood, is right around that. The recalibration is right around the VWAP, right? Yeah. Okay, interesting. Yeah, so the recalibration is right around the VWAP, the area we're looking at, right? That's interesting, man. That's interesting. So his recalibration is coming down where? To around 26.5, 26.4? That's where we're looking at right now. Shout out to everybody in the stream. We have almost 800 people in here, almost 700 likes. If everybody likes the video right now, we'll be like 200 likes away from the $1,000 giveaway. Can you make money if you're only using 5 or 10x leverage? Yeah, of course. Yeah, leverage really doesn't matter, my friend. It does not matter. Leverage is not something that you use to put more money on a trade. Leverage is something you use so that you can basically divide your capital up over multiple exchanges or keep it off exchange. You can use it for psychological reasons, right? Basically, here's the thing, man. If this is your short setup right here, okay? Let's say that you have a short setup and this is your idea, okay? I'll just give you the most basic example. A 3-to-1 risk-reward trade setup where you're basically looking for a 1.5% move in profit and a 0.5% stop loss, okay? If you have $1,000, according to my strategy, if you have a 0.5% stop, you should be risking $10, all right? If you have $1,000, you should be risking $10 on this trade. If you're risking $10, that means If you have $1,000, you can use 2x leverage, put your full account on the trade, and if the $2,000 goes against you 0.5%, you just lost 10 bucks, okay? Now, if you keep it on 2x leverage and you get stopped out, guess what? You lose 10 bucks. If you're using 100x leverage, you would also put $2,000 on the trade on 100x leverage and get stopped out after a 0.5% move for a $10 loss. Do you get what I'm saying? The leverage doesn't matter. It's the position size that matters, and the position size is determined by your stop loss. If you need less than a 1% stop loss, you have no issue using high leverage, right? If you're scalping and your trade ideas require a small stop loss because you're looking to short a specific level, like let's say for example, your exact level is this trend line right here. So you give it a little room, you say this is my trade, you are only risking $10, 1% of your stack if this trade gets stopped out, okay? If you're using 100x, 50x, 2x, the risk is the same. Why? Because you will not get liquidated if you abide by this stop loss. You will not get liquidated if you abide by the stop loss. If you don't use a stop loss, then you're risking more. And if you're leveraging more money than you should, then you can lose a lot of money very quickly. Okay? But leverage is simply just a tool that can be used for many different reasons. I like high leverage for a variety of reasons. First of all, it keeps you accountable, okay? If you're abiding by your actual risk management strategy, then you should not be putting more on the trade than what is allowed by your setup, right? So you can use leverage as like a backup stop loss as well, right? If you're isolating a small amount of your capital to put on a trade and leveraging it up, if you play the stop loss game, right, which sometimes we do, let's be honest, sometimes we know our stop loss should be here, but we're like, you can only play that game for so long until you're liquidated. And once you're liquidated, you're out. And once you're out, yeah, you took a loss bigger than you should have, but it's smaller than it could have been if you were using lower leverage. Because if you're using lower leverage, right, and you're playing the stop loss game, there's no liquidation. And all of a sudden, you're in a massive loss. You know what I'm saying? So it's a tool. You got to know how to use it. But yeah, it doesn't matter what leverage you use, right? People think that's crazy because people don't know what leverage is, right? They don't know how to use it. What do you do to quickly calculate your position size? Okay, so I don't really calculate my leverage. What I do on a whim, and you can kind of do this as well, is basically your trade idea. Just know you'll get used to it too. Like, is it a 0.25% stop loss? Is it a 0.5% stop loss? Is 75%, 0.75, or 1%? And you just know, like, how much is in your account. Is it around $100,000 in your account? If it's around $100,000 in your account, and you know you need a 1% stop, go put like 85,000 contracts on the trade to account for fees or whatever, and that's right around the correct position size. I kind of just round, and I always make sure I round lower than what it should be to account for fees or slippage or whatever, especially if you have to mark it in. Like if you know you need a 1% stop and you have $100,000 in your account, I would usually put like, $85K on a trade, right? If you know you need a 0.5% stop and you have $100,000 in your account, $150,000 on the trade, give or take, $160K. You know what I'm saying? So you just kind of like round it up in your head like that. And if you undershoot it, it's always better. Because if you're taking a loss less than 1%, that's better. Crypto Crank. This is true, right? This is true. But hey, you got to use clickbait, right? You got to use the clickbait. Dream Network, you make me want to stop loss every trade. Well, the way I trade, you should stop loss every trade. Right? The way I trade, I have a plan in advance before any trade I take. Right? Like for example, this trade right here, I'm still in the short from the exact top, basically. Right? I'm still in the short from the exact top. This stop loss is not real. Right? I had an actual plan for the trade. So my invalidation for the trade is basically Bitcoin coming up to 31.9. Right? Bitcoin coming up to 31.9. So 31.9, right around here, less than a 1% stop loss was required for this trade here. Okay, so you have that plan in advance, right? What you were looking for. This was like a CDW trade that I took. And so you already know where you're wrong, right? You don't arbitrarily put a stop loss. If you arbitrarily put a stop loss, you're going to lose money. You have to have a reason for that stop loss, right? It has to be safe and effective, you know? Just like the, never mind. It has to be safe and effective, right? There has to be a reason for the stop loss to go where it goes, right? Same with like the long I'm in now, right? So look at this long, for example. I was looking to long 24.925. 24.925, very specific level, right? It's rare that I give a trade setup from literally the exact level. But the green line, 24.925, these confirmations was the long. What that means is when price comes down to that level, right? And it did, right? It came down to that level. And then we actually got a CDW. So I actually took two longs from this. I took one from the level, and then the second one I took on the CDW. But literally this means, because of my trade idea is to long the exact level, it means my stop loss only needs to be like 0.25%, right? Now I gave it a little bit more breathing room, I'll be honest with you. But the thing is, your position size your stop loss needs to be based on an idea. In this case, my idea is that we're bouncing from this exact level. So if we're not bouncing from this level, I'm wrong. And my idea is wrong. If you're just like entering a random trade because you think we're going to go higher and you use a tight stop, you're probably going to get stopped. You have to have a reason for your stop to be there. You know? Looks like MEXC is giving me issues. Exactly, your mom. Safe and effective. Just like that thing that that our good friend Donald Trump fast-tracked for us, the father of it. But if he gets back, he'll change everything, right? Sorry, my friend. Why teach all this stuff for free? Let there be liquidity for us. Yeah, I'm a small channel though, right? It's not going to affect a lot of people. Shout out to Ahmad Ben Ammar. What's going on? Shout out to Benjamin Asbury. What's going on, bro? God bless you. How do you decide where to put your stop loss? So look, I mean, for me, I already said, like, you have to be looking at what the market's doing. If I'm longing a CDW, for example, the trade setup that I took down here, all right? Let's give this actual example here. A CDW, a chickens drinking water trade setup. I've made a lot of content on this on my YouTube channel for free. You can check it out, okay? A CDW is where the price makes a low, forms a range, right? Forms a range, and then goes for the stop hunt. All right, that's a CDW. Price forms a range and then goes for the stop hunt. In this case, I'm literally trading the stop hunt. You know, I'm trading the stop hunt. Dang. MEXC is giving me issues, guys. So because I'm trading the stop hunt, I know my stop loss goes below the stop hunt. And guess what? The short trade that I'm in was also a stop hunt. Right? Let's go back to the short. It was also a stop hunt. Look, this is the 4-hour time frame, so it's harder to see. We put in a high. We formed a little bit of a range. Right? We formed a little bit of a range here for a few hours, and then guess what? We go for the stop hunt. So I shorted the stop hunt. Shorting stop hunts. It's called a CDW, chicken's drinking water, because it looks like a chicken drinking water. Right? It looks like a chicken drinking water. Because I don't know if you've ever seen a chicken drink water before, but if this line is the water and the price is the chicken's beak, a chicken when a chicken drinks water, they stick their beak into the water and then they real quick rip it out and lap it up. Nom, 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 nom. See if we can't find it. Chicken's drinking water. Here we go. My favorite video on the internet. All right, let's watch. Now watch this hen here, okay? Watch her. She's gonna take her beak. Now the water is the price. The water is the previous high. The chicken's beak is the price, and the water is the previous high. The chicken's gonna stick her beak into the water. Boom. Okay, now watch this. You might think price is breaking out, but it's really just a stop hunt. She's gonna rip her beak out. Nom, 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 it's gonna wick back down. Nom, 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 wicking down. Right? That's what the price does at these stop hunts. Right? Chicken sticks her beak in. Nom, 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 nom. Right? And here's how you know that it's going to be a fake out. If you see on Market Cipher the Elizabeth Warren eyebrow pattern, where the momentum waves are getting lower as the price is getting higher, just like Elizabeth Warren's eyebrows, okay? That's how you know it's going to be the fake out. Just like also when we take a look at the low that we put in here, right? Look at this. Again, it was a chicken's drinking water, but look at what happened, right? Let's go back in time. Where was that? Right here, okay? Look at this. Price gets lower, does the stop hunt, market cipher B getting higher, money flow getting higher, the bullish Sam Bankman-Fried man boob pattern, man boobs getting higher as price gets lower, chickens are drinking, num 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 num, right? That's how it's done. That's how it's done. All right, let's get back to the Bitcoin charts. Let's take a look now at take a look at what's happening locally, right? Because we are still interested in that VWAP. Let me remove all these drawings. I still think things look kind of bullish on the 4-hour. Things even look bullish on the 1-hour. I would say that we get a retracement and then another pump. Let's see what happens here. Shout out to everybody who's liked the video. God bless you all. God bless you all. CDW equals swing failure pattern. Yep, that's true. That's 100% true. Is the hourly bear dip possible? It's absolutely possible, guys, if we get another move up into this area right above us. Then yes, here, keep your eyes on 27K, because we very well may do something like this, okay? Keep your eyes on 27K, because we very well may do something like that. All right. Let's see what's happening here. Interesting. Now we've got some longs opening up. We never hit that VWAP. I'm actually starting to think the VWAP's looking pretty nice, honestly. Because we're building more long liquidity here. Shout out to everybody in chat, man. You guys are the best. Why 27K? It's the next area of resistance. It's a golden pocket. There's a fair value gap all the way up to 27K, says Stephen L. You're watching me sweat. I am sweaty as heck, guys. It's a sweaty walk, you know? That's the one thing about a treadmill desk. You will get sweaty, okay? And also, the Market Cipher logo is a little bit see-through, if you know what I mean. And so are your tattoos. They might be a little see-through from the green screen. Bitcoin long or short? Well, we're kind of waiting right now, my friend. You know, we can't just willy-nilly take a trade. But I have some areas of interest. Mainly 27K is an area of interest for me. One more big move up. Here we go, baby. Let's see what happens here. Look at the money flow actually on the 12. It's looking pretty thick. Let's see what happens here. We got some longs opening up. Very curious. Shout out to OMAC. Can you walk me through a long trade step by step on MEXC? You just click long, man. I don't know what else to say. Yeah, I mean, look, if you want to market long, you just put how much Bitcoin you want on the trade, you know, and then go ahead and click long. You can set a stop loss and a take profit in advance if you want to limit in. Right now, MEXC is being weird for me, guys. Right now, MEXC is being a little bit weird for me. All right, let's see, guys. See how this is going to play out here. I feel something in my bones. You guys feel that in your bones? Man, that money flow, honestly, on the 12-minute is looking pretty dang bullish. Yeah, man, it's always the opposite of what they say, right? It's always the opposite. Shout out to Josh, out for a walk, watching the markets. I feel you, man. I'm also out for a walk, you know? All right. Guys, I have to take a pee, all right? So bear with me. I'll be right back. I want to stick around until we get a big move today. I'm tired of closing the stream and then the big move happens, so talk amongst yourselves, and I'll be right back. Man, I feel like a new man after that. Thank you guys for sticking around. 700 people sticking around. Nice. All right, so these Apple iPhones, you know, they don't work right. I gotta twist them upside down in my ears for them to work. It's probably because they're old. They're super old, and they like went through the washer a few times. All right, man, we back. All right, man. It's a crazy day, guys. Shout out to Severed. I really want to enter my first long or short trade that pays big. I've never traded before, but I've been watching your videos. Well, I make sure you get educated first. Make sure you have a plan first. Make sure you know exactly where your invalidation is and why you get into the trade. You know, take your time, start small. Make sure you're using good risk management. What's my training split? So I like to do full body 2 or 3 times a week. 2 or 3 times a week I like to do full body. So I worked out today, this morning. I did squats, I did push-ups, and I did barbell rows. I did weighted push-ups and barbell rows. And I did overhead press as well. And some barbell shrugs. That was my workout. I usually pick 3 to 5 exercises and just do it. Of course, you know, curls and calf raises. I know people think I don't work my calves. I do, guys. They just don't grow, man. Shout out to all my bad calf genetics. Shout out to Frankie Candles with the good calf genetics. Why do you use the Bybit chart when you're trading on MEXC? Because the Bybit chart is literally the best chart out there, man. It's literally the best chart. So the levels are most respected on the Bybit chart. And the Bybit order flow is also the best. Alright, maybe we're going to get that move down to VWAP. Who knows? Let's see. Ah, Exo glitched there. Did you see that? It happens on the web version. It happens on the web version. It gets the glitch. Remember, we want to see those longs liquidated into here. Longs liquidated. Right into the golden pocket, right into the VWAP. Shout out to Rick. I'll give it a try, Rick. I'll give it a try, my friend. I believe it or not, I know people don't believe me. I love working my lower body more than my upper body. Like, I actually do more leg volume than I do upper body volume. I've always had a well-developed upper body. But I don't know what it is. Maybe I just suck at life, man. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really miss Bybit. I did it first. I really like it. MEXC. ZoomX is kind of like Bybit. I've moved on. I've gone through the mourning process and I'm over it. I'm over it. They even reached out to me. They're like, why don't you make a virtual citizenship so you can shill us again? And I said, nah, I'm over you guys. You know, I'm over it. I moved on. Just inject trend on the calves. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Heavy sets with 4 to 7 reps. All right, Potato Burger. I'm gonna do the Potato Burger strategy. Heavy calf sets, 4 to 7 reps. I'm gonna give it a shot. Give it a shot. All right, let's see. Calf raises, holding as much weight as you can hold. I've been doing heavy calf raises. Lately I've been trying to do the isometric holds at the top and really feel the stretch at the bottom with the weighted belt on the staircase. Check MEXC coin. You know, that's a good idea, Ahmed Ben Amar. I will. Let's just wait and see if Bitcoin gets this. MX coin. Yeah. It's doing pretty good, right? It's doing pretty good, right? DXY is pumping. Alright, let's check out the dollar here. You know, the ES is pumping too. Everything's kind of pumping today. Wow, yeah, look at the Dixie's getting another move up here. Getting another move up. Look at NQ getting another move up. Right, Bitcoin, come on, man. Come on, man. It's a whole bunch of malarkey. Bybit had 2 giant scammers on the FTX collapse. A virtual citizenship. It's basically where, like, you have a citizenship in the metaverse, and Bybit will, like, you can KYC under it. You can KYC with it, which is a nice hack, right? We might all have to go in that direction. The Mike Menser method. You know, See, everyone has their own view on building calves, right? It's funny. The Mike Metzer method, the volume method, the weight method. You know? I don't know. Am I expecting that move up? I still am, honestly. I'll be honest. I'm still expecting that move up. Right, shout out to Aldino. He says we're gonna pump rocket ship, rocket ship, rocket ship, rocket ship. I hope you're right, my friend. Shout out to Hard Fork Crypto likes the synthol method. That can work well. The synthol method works well. You know? Run up hills in nature. Thingbook says run up hills in nature. You know what's funny? I actually do. Not all the time, but sometimes I will incorporate hill sprints in my own yard into my training. And I have some intense hills, let me tell you. Shout out to Fred M. Wear longer shorts, it'll make the calves look bigger. Scotty Swing, key to big calves is being overweight in your mid-40s. Not for me, you know. Not for me. You know, I've been overweight in my mid-40s before, and I did not have big calves, okay? I did not have big calves. All right, come on, Bitcoin. Give us the move, baby. Shout out to Sander V. Says the MC Div Conf take trade about to break. I'm not sure, my friend. Maybe you could clarify what you mean. What type of treadmill do I have? It's a LSRZ Sport treadmill that I got on Amazon. How many acres do I have? We have about 6 point something acres. Yeah, about 6 point something. 6 point something acres on the homestead, guys. How old am I? Old, man. I just turned 33. She's... Is that my wife? No, that's not my wife, Charlie Sheen. That's a picture of me back in college. That's a picture of me back in college. All right, come on, Bitcoin. Give us that big move. Give us that big move. Shout out to Crypto Coons. He has 7 acres. That's legit. What are my thoughts on this current Bitcoin market? Rewind the stream. You'll find out all about it. What do I think will happen after this pump? Fred Maestro, I'll tell you, man. This is my grandmaster plan, all right? This is my grandmaster plan for Bitcoin. I'm expecting a retest up to 2930K, and then another lower low to be put in, potentially back down to the range low. Which is why I'm still holding the short from the top, and that's why I've taken along from 24,937, looking for that move up. What do I weigh? Weigh about 200 pounds. About 6'2", 200 pounds. I could weigh a little more if my calves were bigger. I think I'm like 205. I don't really weigh myself, I'll be honest with you. Around 200. Is it worth the funding fee to hold those trades? Yes. I've actually gotten paid $430 to hold that trade, and I've only paid $5 on the fee. So I've realized $6,951. I've gotten paid just for holding another $430 to total $7,372 of realized profit to hold the trade. Now to hold the longs, you can see that this Bitcoin long here, the funding fee, I've had to pay 0.02 Bitcoin, which is like 600 bucks. So I lost 600 bucks holding this trade since, oh man, since June 16th. I paid $600 to hold this trade since June 16th. So still, I'm up 0.22 Bitcoin. 0.22 Bitcoin, including the fee. So I've made 0.22 Bitcoin, right? No, 0.24 Bitcoin. I made 0.24 Bitcoin on it. So yeah, it's totally worth it. It's totally worth it, even with the funding fees. Yep. It's worth it. Yeah, I'm 6'2". How tall do I look? How tall did you guys think I was, Father Time? 6'9". Shout out to Bitcoin Slinger who saw some raccoons in his backyard today. Interesting. People think I'm short. Dang, I guess we might not get the move, guys.
Trading Bitcoin, we need some speed. I want market cipher to look like Sam Bankman-Fried. Going so high, let me get a handle. All I wanna see is another blue candle. So I'm chilling here all day and all night. Bitcoin price, man, you know it's gonna fight. Got the bears and the bulls, trying to make a pull. Chilling on the boat, in the front, in the hull. Here we come, to the golden pocket. I don't know if y'all could even spot it, but we got a bearish deal on MCB. That's what I do when I'm chilling out in TV. Cold trading view, going to school, learning to trade. That's what I do every day in spades, in the garden, digging through the dirt. Hope I don't get hurt. Got it on my shoulder with the skirt of some rain coming down from the sky. Pumping Bitcoin price, man, it's gonna get high when I'm walking on the treadmill every single day, sitting down at the charts, trying to get paid. Here we go, hitting into the golden pocket. And I just don't know if y'all could spot it, but man, here we come, coming really high. Bitcoin price is trying to fly. Oh.
All right, y'all. Well, on that note, I'm going to head out. May God bless you all. May the Lord bless you and protect you, shine light upon you, and have grace upon you. May the Lord turn his face towards you and give you completeness. In Jesus' name, even if you're not religious, I still pray you and your family are super blessed. I'm going to head out, guys. It's been a good stream. Thank you so much. Maybe next stream we'll hit that 1,000 likes. Peace, y'all.